Everyone thinks Illinois' wealth lives in downtown Chicago, tucked between luxury penthouses and overpriced parking garages. That's cute. The real money? It's hiding in lakefront suburbs where median incomes jump past $250,000, teardowns start at $1 million, and starter home means hope you brought 7 figures and a personality made of granite. These aren't neighborhoods. They're ecosystems where lawns look hand-combed and even the local raccoons have trust funds. So, get ready. We're going straight into the 5 zip codes where Illinois' ultra-rich actually live, starting with a place that treats millionaires the way Costco treats samples, common and everywhere. Number 5. Lincoln Park, Chicago. Lincoln Park is what happens when wealthy people say, "Sure, I love the city, but only the adorable parts." It's Chicago's most glamorous compromise, a neighborhood where you can walk to Michelin-rated restaurants, jog past a free zoo, and still complain that your $900,000 townhome doesn't have enough closet space for your winter coats. Let's start with the numbers, because they alone tell a story. Lincoln Park's median household income sits around $140,000, nearly double Chicago's overall average. Its average household income climbs toward $228,000, which means there's a decent chance your neighbor owns a company, a private tutor for their French bulldog, or both. Roughly 46% of households pull in over $150,000 a year, and the per capita income hovers above $113,000, the kind of figure that makes accountants smile in their sleep. And then there's the real estate. Calling it expensive feels almost disrespectful. Single-family homes routinely close above $1.7 million, and that's not counting the ones with heated driveways, rooftop gardens, or wine cellars that look like they should come with a tour guide. Even the condos flex. 2 bedrooms in the $650,000 to $900,000 range. Townhomes in the million-plus territory, and certain blocks where the phrase starter home means we only paid $1.3 million. Can you believe it? But Lincoln Park's magic isn't just in its price tags, it's the lifestyle. This rare blend of neighborhood charm and city indulgence. You get leafy streets lined with brownstones, boutique shops, bakeries where the pastries cost as much as lunch, and a lakefront that hits you with that "I could run a marathon today" energy, even if you absolutely will not. On any Saturday morning, you'll see a parade of strollers, designer sunglasses, perfect hair, and dogs with sweaters that cost more than your rent. Their owners glide past the farmer's market like they're auditioning for a soft-launch lifestyle commercial. It's wholesome, it's luxurious, it's mildly intimidating. What pulls wealthy people here? Choice. They want the city, but not too much city. Lincoln Park gives them access to museums, nightlife, theaters, and the downtown skyline without the more chaotic elements of urban living. And when the kids arrive, the neighborhood flexes again with high-performing schools, kid-friendly parks, and a general feeling of we're safe, but not boring. And let's be honest, there's a bit of status baked in. Tell someone you live in Lincoln Park and watch their eyebrows rise a quarter inch. They know. Everyone knows. Sure, there's traffic. Parking can feel like spiritual punishment, and the only thing louder than the summer birds are the real estate agents yelling "fully updated." But the charm wins out. It's rich, vibrant, walkable, indulgent, and beautiful. Chicago without the rough edges. That's why it sits at number 5. It's wealthy, stunning, and elite. But trust me, Illinois has places that make Lincoln Park look humble. Number 4. Oak Brook. Oak Brook isn't a suburb, it's a corporate country club with houses attached. If Lincoln Park is the elegant city dweller, Oak Brook is the executive who said, "I want trees, privacy, and a commute so short my assistant barely has time to warm my coffee." The numbers answer every question before you ask them. Median household income? Somewhere between $158,000 and $171,000, depending on the data. But the real flex is the proportion of households earning above $200,000. Oak Brook has a lot of them. Median home values sit around $800,000 to $860,000, though actual sales regularly clear $1.2 million, especially in neighborhoods like Brook Forest and Ginger Creek. This is the kind of place where you can accidentally drive past a house and mistake it for a hotel. The lawns are enormous, the facades are dramatic, and the garages? Let's just say some families have more space for cars than you do for your entire existence. But the wildest part isn't even the homes, it's the infrastructure. Oak Brook is built around power. Real, corporate, I sign large checks before breakfast power. Its business district includes the former McDonald's World Headquarters, Ferrara Candy, Treehouse Foods, Ace Hardware, and several other companies with revenue streams large enough to fix several states' roads. Imagine living in a place where the corporate HQs have better landscaping than national parks. That's Oak Brook. Then there's Oak Brook Center, the massive open-air luxury mall that feels like someone asked, what if shopping was a lifestyle? It's the kind of place where you can buy a $2,000 handbag, eat lunch next to someone who owns a franchise empire, and take a break by fountains that look like they were designed by a particularly ambitious Roman architect. Oak Brook also nails the I want nature but upscale vibe. The Polo Grounds host matches that look like a deleted scene from a royal documentary. The golf courses are pristine, and residents love reminding you that they're only 19 miles from downtown Chicago, close enough for convenience, far enough to avoid anything inconvenient. Here's the funny part. Oak Brook doesn't really do quaint. There's no traditional town center, no historic village square. Everything is sleek, efficient, spread out, and slightly intimidating. It's suburbia engineered by someone with a spreadsheet and a dream. The people who choose Oak Brook tend to be executives, physicians, entrepreneurs, and old money families who enjoy privacy and acreage, but don't necessarily want the generational traditions of the North Shore. It's affluent but not aristocratic, flashy but not chaotic. Live here long enough and you'll start saying things like, it's only $1 million, and we knocked down the old house to build something more practical. And yet, as luxurious as Oak Brook is, it's only number 4. Illinois' top spots get even more extravagant. Bigger estates, higher incomes, and neighborhoods so elite the mailman probably needs a background check. If you're still watching while sitting in a normal people apartment, congratulations. You officially have the emotional strength of an Illinois winter. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next 3 places on this list. Trust me, the richest spots in this state make Oak Brook look like a budget option. Number 3, Hinsdale. Hinsdale is the suburb people picture when they hear the phrase old money, even though half the residents probably made their fortune last Tuesday. It's polished, it's elegant, and it's the kind of place where a casual morning walk looks like a luxury magazine photo shoot minus the stylists. With a median home value sitting just under $1 million, an average household income soaring past $360,000, Hinsdale doesn't whisper wealth, it sings it. With a string quartet on a manicured lawn. Start with the visuals. Hinsdale's downtown is straight out of a Hallmark movie, except instead of quirky small-town romances, you've got $2 million colonials, Audi Q8s lining the curb, and parents discussing their kids' ACT scores like they're negotiating NBA contracts. The streets are tree-lined, the houses glow in that don't touch anything way, and every brick seems pressure-washed by someone with a PhD in cleanliness. But the wildest detail is the tear-down culture. In most suburbs, a teardown means a crumbling home with questionable pipes and an angry raccoon living in the attic. In Hinsdale, a teardown is a perfectly respectable house that would easily cost $600,000 somewhere else. Here, someone buys it, bulldozes it, and replaces it with a 7,000 square foot French-inspired chateau featuring 6 fireplaces and a wine storage room that could double as a small museum. Imagine pulling up to your neighbor's construction site and realizing the temporary structure is nicer than your future house dreams. Painful, beautiful, hilarious. But wealth isn't just in the architecture. Hinsdale has schools that inspire rival suburbs to cry in the shower. Its high-performing education system is one of the major magnets pulling wealthy professionals westward. When a district consistently sends kids to top universities like its clockwork, people notice. Families with ambitious plans and generous tutoring budgets flock here with determination and a spreadsheet. And the commute? Shockingly convenient. Hinsdale's express metro trains shoot into Chicago's Union Station in around 25 minutes, which is perfect for lawyers, doctors, finance leads, and anyone who enjoys telling people they spend less than half an hour commuting to the Loop. You can practically picture someone sipping a latte on the platform, pretending the morning breeze isn't dramatically messing up their $80 haircut. The community vibe is a mix of polished warmth and competitive energy. You'll meet the entrepreneur who casually mentions selling a company a few years back, the surgeon who seems to live at the hospital, and the finance couple whose dog wears outfits more coordinated than yours. Weekend soccer games look like networking events. PTA meetings feel like strategy sessions. And block parties? Someone always brings gourmet pastries from the bakery downtown, as if that explains why each one costs $6. Still, despite all this grandeur, Hinsdale has heart. Families gather in local parks. Kids bike down quiet streets. Neighbors wave from porches. And there's this shared sense that everyone worked incredibly hard to earn their place here, even if some houses look like they were assembled by angels with architecture degrees. Hinsdale lands at number 3 for one reason. It's rich, stunning, and overflowing with luxury. But Illinois still has 2 places so exclusive, Hinsdale feels like the warm-up round. Number 2, Glencoe and Kenilworth, North Shore royalty. Glencoe and Kenilworth aren't suburbs. They're curated experiences. They're the part of Illinois where the homes sneeze and the property taxes faint. They sit along Lake Michigan like jewels on a crown, each village radiating wealth at a level that makes even affluent areas blink twice. Let's start with Kenilworth, the tiny powerhouse. With only about 2,500 residents, it's an elite pocket so small you could jog around it before your morning coffee cools. But the wealth? Massive, gigantic, record-breaking. The median household income is officially $250,000 plus, but the average household income? A jaw-dropping $460,000. That's not a neighborhood. That's a financial flex disguised as a village. And the homes? Picture million-dollar mansions sitting shoulder to shoulder like they're in some glamorous suburban catwalk. The median home value sits comfortably above $1 million, but most properties go far beyond that. Lakefront estates, architectural showpieces, modern revivals, classic Tudors that look like they were drawn straight out of a wealthy artist's daydream. If houses could wear couture, Kenilworth's would be on the runway. A few minutes north sits Glencoe, slightly larger with roughly 8,800 residents, and just as jaw-dropping. Average household income floats between $358,000 and $416,000, and more than 60% of households break $150,000 annually. If money flowed any faster here, the banks would install guardrails. Glencoe's home values tell an equally glamorous story. With a median home price comfortably above 7 figures, even starter homes here are the kind of places real estate agents describe, with phrases like "poorly character," "poorly warmth," and "stunning natural light." Translation: prepare your wallet and prepare tissues. But the beauty of these towns isn't just in the houses, it's in the setting. The North Shore feels like wealthy suburb heaven. You get Lake Michigan's shimmering shoreline, lush forest preserves, winding ravines, and some of the best walkability of any upscale suburb in the country. Glencoe sits right beside the Chicago Botanic Garden, meaning residents can casually take morning strolls through one of the most beautiful horticultural displays in the Midwest. Imagine telling someone, "Oh, this old place? It's just my backyard extension." Schools? Legendary. Both villages feed into New Trier High School, one of the highest performing and most well-resourced public schools in Illinois. Kids here get access to facilities that look like college campuses. Their gym equipment is nicer than some actual gym's entire setups. Their theater program could probably win awards at festivals. Life here feels serene. Tree-lined streets, quiet lake breezes, and families who speak casually about spending the weekend up north like it's a routine spa appointment. Residents walk golden retrievers so well-groomed they could star in toothpaste commercials. Even the local train stations look like places where people say good morning with intention. That's the emotional charm. Glencoe and Kenilworth aren't loud about their wealth. They simply exist in a bubble so polished, so beautifully maintained, that you can feel the affluence in the air pressure. But make no mistake, they're powerful. These two suburbs consistently rank among the wealthiest communities in the entire country. And yet, somehow, Illinois still has one place even richer, even pricier, even more cinematic. Because number one isn't just wealthy, it's iconic. Number 1, Winnetka. Winnetka isn't a suburb, it's the final boss of Midwestern wealth. It's the place where Illinois' elite gather to say, yes, we enjoy privacy, beauty, and homes so large the Wi-Fi has trust issues. If Glencoe and Kenilworth are luxury, Winnetka is luxury wearing a crown, sipping Lake Michigan like it's imported water. Start with the numbers, because they alone could make your bank app shut down from intimidation. Median household income? Above $250,000? Per capita income? Well over $120,000. Median home value? Around $1.1 million. But that's just the appetizer. Lakefront estates here sell for $3 million, $5 million, even $10 million plus. And those numbers don't even flinch. Winnetka homes don't enter the market. They descend like rare artifacts. And the visuals? Unreal. Winnetka is draped along Lake Michigan, like it was placed there intentionally by a designer with excellent taste. Think sandy beaches that look hand-combed, towering trees that feel like nature's private security system, and streets so immaculate you're convinced someone vacuums the sidewalks at dawn. Even the light hits different here. Soft, golden, cinematic. The kind of lighting that makes you say, I should jog more, even though you won't. Take a walk through neighborhoods like Indian Hill, Crow Island, or Hubbard Woods, and you'll see architecture flexing in every direction. Tudor homes with stone archways, colonials that could host presidential debates, modern estates with windows so large you can see the owner's confidence reflecting back at you. And these aren't just houses. They're multi-chapter novels written in brick, cedar, and lake breeze. The fun part? This isn't just wealthy suburbia. Winnetka is famous, pop culture famous. The Home Alone house lives here. Yes, the actual one. People drive from hours away just to snap pictures and relive their Macaulay Culkin era. But in Winnetka, it's just one house among hundreds of architectural stunners. If Kevin McAllister's home is the holiday classic, Winnetka as a whole is the franchise reboot with a bigger budget. And yes, residents casually walk past that cinematic landmark like, oh, that old thing? Meanwhile, the rest of us are whispering, that's the house that made booby traps iconic. But what truly hooks the wealthy isn't the fame. It's the lifestyle. Winnetka feels peaceful at a level that shouldn't be legal. You've got 3 metro stations, beaches that feel private, parks that look professionally curated, and schools that rank among the best in Illinois. New Trier High School is practically a college with nicer flooring. Your average classroom has better technology than most offices, and the theater program looks ready for an off-Broadway run. Daily life here reads like a soft, expensive dream. Early morning jogs along the lake, afternoons at boutiques that somehow always smell like eucalyptus and ambition, evenings at dinner spots where salads cost enough to make your wallet reconsider its life choices, and weekends, family outings that casually involve paddleboards, beach picnics, or strolling through streets so charming you expect a camera crew to jump out and start filming a Netflix pilot. And the residents? They're a mix of CEOs, doctors, investors, entrepreneurs, and people whose job titles are so vague you know they're rich. titles like advisor, partner, or global strategy something. But despite the wealth, there's a friendliness here, a quiet pride. People wave, they chat at farmers markets, their kids ride bikes. It feels almost normal, until you remember the average home price could fund a small country. That's why Winnetka is number one, not just because it's wealthy, but because it's beautiful, iconic, serene, and absolutely unbothered by the rest of Illinois trying to catch up. Winnetka doesn't compete, it just exists, perfectly, powerfully, and unmistakably at the top. Illinois' real wealth isn't shining in downtown towers. It's tucked into lakefront enclaves and leafy estates where luxury feels effortless. If you enjoyed exploring the places the ultra-rich actually call home, hit subscribe. There's a whole country of hidden wealth waiting for us to uncover next.